find your mountain pose, spreading out the toes, stacking shoulders right over hips, hips right over heels, growing nice and tall through the spine. Let's take an inhale breath, bring those arms behind, around, and up. When you exhale, dive forward. Soft knees, come all the way down. Inhale, come halfway up, nice long spine. Exhale, release and fold all the way down. Press down to come up, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, we dive forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, all the way down. Good. Inhale, arms sweep behind, around, and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, all the way down. Let's do one more like that. Inhaling, arms sweep behind, around, and up. Exhale, we dive forward. Halfway lift on your inhale. When you exhale here, let's stay in that forward fold. Nod the head a few times, shake the head a few times. And keeping the hands planted from your forward fold, go ahead and walk your feet back. And coming through a downward facing dog. And then from down dog, we'll drop the knees, sweep the feet around, and come to lie on your back. When you arrive on your back, take a nice full body stretch. Reach your arms overhead, point the toes forward. Start to make some circles with your ankles and your wrists, right? A couple times in each direction, bending, flexing, circling, wiggling fingers and toes. And then one more time, coming into a big full body stretch. And when you exhale, hug the knees up toward the chest and start to rock a little bit from side to side. Taking that into some sacrum circles, so knees stay nice and close. We're circling the low back on the mat, giving ourselves a nice morning massage there, switching directions of those circles. Pausing here for a sec to switch your grip. You're going to place one hand on top of each knee. We're going to keep the rest of our body still. It's just going to be the legs that we're moving here. So we're going to be opening the legs out and wide, bringing them up toward the sky, and then hugging them in. So these big wide circles with the legs. And remember, we can always connect movement to breath. So maybe you inhale when those knees go wide and up, and you exhale as you squeeze them in. Good. And then go ahead and switch directions of those big circles. And again, same thing. We can easily connect the movement to the breath here. Inhaling when knees are away from the belly. Exhaling as we squeeze them in. And then next time that your knees go wide, we're going to go ahead and leave them nice and wide. Hey, buddy. And we're going to place our feet flat on the mat, bringing arms into a cactus. Good. So feet are on either edge of the mat. Knees are stacking right over the heels. You're going to take a nice deep inhale breath. And when you exhale, let both of your knees drop over to the right. Inhale, bring the knees up toward the sky, and exhale, drop the knees over to the left. All right, and we'll take that movement on your breath. Inhaling, knees up toward the sky, exhaling, knees dropping to the side. Got a couple more like that, shoulders staying stable. And as you continue, if it feels okay, as the knees drop to one side, you can start to gently guide them a little forward and down. Opposite hip lifts a little higher. the next time that your knees drop all the way over to the right, we're going to leave them there. We're going to lift our right foot up and place the right heel just above the left knee. You can extend your arms back overhead. Walk your head and your shoulders a little bit to the right. Grab onto that left wrist with the right thumb and first finger and come into that nice side body stretch here. And walk the head and the shoulders back to center. Bring the knees back up. Step your right foot out wide again and then drop both knees over to the left. This time left heel lifts and the left heel places right over the right knee. Arms extend back. We walk the head and the shoulders a little bit over to the left, grabbing right wrist this time with the left thumb and first finger. Again, coming into a nice side body stretch, this time down the right side. And just breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and bring the knees back up. Step your left foot back out. Walk the feet back in. Good. And we're going to take a few rolling bridges here. So hands come down to your side. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Knees right over the heels. When you take your next inhale, press the heels down. Lift the hips. Arms extend overhead. And when you exhale, roll the spine back down. So on your breath, inhale, heels press down, hips lift up, arms extend overhead. We exhale and roll it back down, hands come down by our side. Let's do one more there. Inhale, heels press down, hips lift up, arms extend. Exhale, release it down. Good. Now go ahead and extend your legs out long, reach the arms overhead. We'll take another big inhale breath. When you exhale, go ahead and hug those knees in. Little bird removal there. And then we're going to roll ourselves over to one side. You're going to use the top hand to press yourself up. We're going to turn ourselves around and we're going to find that extended child's pose. So big toes touch, knees open wide. We're going to snuggle those hips back toward the heels and extend the arms nice and long. Now remember, this might be a good time to place a block under the head, if that gives you a little more space here, right? And we still want to think about how can we find length in the spine here. So tippy top of the head lengthens a little forward, shoulders draw away from the ears. And at the same time that we're lengthening the tippy top of the head forward, we're still pressing those hips back toward the heels. We're going to come into a side stretch here, so let's walk it over to the left, and we're going to stack the right hand on top of the left hand, press the hips back. We'll walk it back through center, walk it over to the right, left hand stacks on top of the right, hips press back. Let's walk it back through center and bring ourselves on up to a tabletop. And if you had that blanket underneath your head, you can now unfold it and place it underneath the knees at the center of the mat. Setting up for your tabletop pose. Good. Shoulders are going to stack right above your wrists. Hips are stacking right above the knees. And we're going to start here with just that little rock from side to side. And then take that into some circles with the hips. And then circling a few times in the opposite direction. Let's take a few shifts forward and back here. And then coming back to a neutral table. Let's begin our cat-cow breath. For our inhale, we tuck the toes, we lift the tailbone, we lift the heart. And for the exhale, we're going to drop that tailbone around the back, let the head get really heavy. So the inhale breath, we tuck the toes, tailbone rises, heart lifts. And we exhale to round the spine. Remember with cat-cow, the action always starts with the tailbone. It's the first thing that lifts on the inhale. It's the first thing that drops on the exhale. Right? Head always comes last. A couple more like that. Good. All right. Let's come back to a neutral tabletop, and then on your next inhale breath, we're going to rise all the way up to the knees. Sweep those arms behind, around, up toward the sky. And when you exhale, reach the fingertips down. Heavy the head, chin drops. Let's take a few like that. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, drop the chin, reach the fingertips down. Good, one more time. Inhale, arms come up. Good, exhale, drop the chin. So next time we're gonna add on the inhale, reach those arms up overhead. When you exhale, it's that dive forward, tucking the chin, reach the fingertips back. Inhale, rise back up to the knees. Exhale, diving forward, tuck the chin, forehead toward the knees. Good, again, inhale, rise. Exhale, diving down, tuck that chin, reach the fingers back. Good, let's come up one more time on the inhale breath. When you exhale, it's back to that tabletop. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the right leg. We're going to take that right leg and extend it back. Start by coming to the ball of the foot and just taking a little calf stretch here. Shifting forward and back a few times. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift that right leg up and roll that hip down. Right? So all 5 toes of your right foot are facing the mat. Keep pressing back with the right heel. And then take this right foot, we're going to sweep it outside of the left foot, place the ball of the foot on the ground, and we're going to look over the left shoulder. Coming into that side stretch down the right side. From here, we're going to take the right foot and bring it back through center, and then you're going to take that right foot and you're going to bring it all the way out to the right. And all 5 toes facing forward. And remember to line up the center of this right foot with your left knee. Grab a block and come on up to stand on the knee. And we're going to take this block and bring it down by our left side, making sure we're stacking the left shoulder right above the wrist, coming into that little side stretch. Good. Come on up. Extend the arms long, and then we'll bring it to the other side. Big side stretch down the right side. Good. Movement comes on the breath now. Inhale, extend the arms long. Exhale, reach to your left. Good. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, reach to the right. Take a couple more like this on your breath. Right? You might even close your eyes, bringing this connection a little more inward. Good. So the next time that your left hand is on the block, we're going to come into this nice side stretch for another moment or two. Good. We can open the heart a bit here by leaning back with the top shoulder. And then we're going to go ahead and come forward again. Bring this right hand back down in front. Left hand meets it. So now you're back in your tabletop. Shoulders are stacking over the wrists. That right leg is still extended. Right? We're going to keep the left hand where it is, and when you inhale, we're going to open out to the right. And when you exhale, we're going to slightly bend that left elbow and thread that hand through. Good. Inhale, open to the right. Exhale, little thread. Good. Let's do 3 more like that on your breath. Good. After the third one, we're going to inhale one more time, open out to the right, but then this exhale brings the right hand back down to meet the left. Good. We keep that right leg extended. We're going to walk the hands about a foot forward and press the hips back. So biceps are by the ears here. Actively pressing through the hands as the hips press back, and just find your breath. All right, so we're going to keep our hands, our arms right where they are. Left knee stays where it is. We're going to just go ahead and bring the right knee in to meet the left. So now you're in your puppy pose. Right, nice long arms. And then final little twist here. We're going to inhale, open the right arm out to the right, and then this right arm threads all the way under the left. Now, the right ear either comes to your mat, or if you don't feel like you have that space quite yet, you can bring the right ear to a block. And then left fingertips walk forward. And just take a few nice deep inhales and exhales here. Let's walk the left fingertips back, press down one more time to open out to the right. Good. Right hand comes down to meet the left hand. You're back in your puppy pose. And then let's rise back up to the knees. Bring the arms behind, around, and up. This time, take your hands to the low back. Fingertips point down. We're going to pull those elbows in, lift the heart, and lean a little back into your camel pose. So remember, with camel pose, we are trying not to get into the low back. So we're really trying to bend from the middle back, the upper back, right? Opening the heart by drawing those elbows in. And those hands are meant to remind us to keep a nice long spine in the low back here. Good. Just breathe. Good. From here, coming back to neutral, let's bring those arms up overhead. Big inhale breath. When you exhale, we're going to fold all the way down, tuck the chin, forehead toward the knees, tippy top of the head toward the mat, just reversing that camel pose. And then let's rise all the way back up on an inhale breath and exhale, the hands back down, starting in tabletop again. Good. From your tabletop, this time we extend the left leg straight back, coming to the ball of the foot, taking a little shift forward and back. Good. And then lifting that left leg up, rolling the left hip down. All 5 toes are facing the mat. Good. Keep pressing back with that left heel. Good. We're going to take the left foot, and this time left foot sweeps outside of the right to start, and we look over the right shoulder, so stretching all the way down that left side. Good. Let's take the left foot, sweep it back through center, and then left foot goes all the way out to the left. Good. So lining up the center of your left foot with your right knee, coming on up to stand. This time the block comes outside of our right leg. And we'll again set that up first, making sure that shoulder stacks right over the wrist, coming into that side stretch over to the right. Let's come on up here, extend your arms out long, and then we'll come over to the other side. And you take this on your breath, inhaling up through center, Exhaling over to the right. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale over to the left. Good. Let's do this 3 more times on your breath. Good. Next time that your block or your right hand is on the block, we're going to stay there. So take your time getting there. And once you've got the right hand on the block, left arm extends toward the right again. And we're going to open the heart on this side. So top shoulder starts to lean back. And then bringing that back, we're going to sweep the hands around. Left hand comes down, right hand comes down. Good. We're going to keep the right hand where it is this time. And on the inhale breath, we're going to open up to the left. On your exhale, soft bend in the right elbow as we thread the left arm through. Good. Inhale, open to the left. Exhale, threading through. Good. Let's do 3 more of those. Good. After the 3rd thread through, one more time, open up. And then go ahead and bring that left hand down to meet the right. And from here, we're going to walk the hands about a foot forward. Press the hips back so that left leg is still extended out. Biceps are by the ears. Nice long spine. Good, and then we're going to keep our arms where they are. We're going to bring the left knee in to meet the right. So now you're back in your puppy pose. And then final twist here, we're opening out to the left on an inhale breath. And on the exhale, the left arm threads all the way under the right. The left ear comes down to the mat, and the right fingertips reach forward. You can walk your right hand a little back, press down one more time, open out to the left. When you exhale, bring the left hand to meet the right. You're in your puppy. And then we're going to rise again all the way back up to the knees. And once again, we're going to take the hands to the low back. And finding this camel pose again. So hips are pressing forward. Chest is lifting up. Right? And again, hands are here on the low back to remind us that we're not bending from there. We're bending from the mid-back up, right? So where the heels of your palms are is really where you should be focused on bending. Drawing the elbows in toward each other, hips pressing a little forward, chest lifting up. Chin can stay level here. And just breathe. And from here, let's bring it back up to neutral. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, again, we're going to dive all the way down. Tuck the chin, forehead toward the knees, hips toward the heels. Good. Okay, one more time. Inhale, lifting all the way up to the knees. Good. Exhale, coming back down to your table. From your table, walking hands a little forward, walking knees a little back, tuck the toes, lift the hips, find your downward facing dog. Good. And remember, with your downward facing dog, to check the length. Down dog is plank length. So if you find yourself in a nice, long, strong plank, in order to go to down dog, we bend the knees, press the hips back toward the sky, and the chest toward the thighs. All right, so you're always welcome to roll it up to a plank, and press it up to a dog a couple of times if you like. Or if you're not feeling that, you can always stay in down dog, pedaling the feet, reaching one heel down toward the mat at a time. Good. From that downward facing dog, we're going to walk the feet up to the hands. Good. Arriving at the front of our mat, let's widen the feet, maybe even a little wider than hip width distance, and we're going to take a ragdoll here, grabbing opposite elbows, rocking a little bit from side to side. Go ahead and nod your head a few times, shake your head a few times. Just letting all the tension come out of the spine. And then release the hands down. We're going to heel toe the feet a little bit closer together. Good. Press down to come up. Big inhale, breath. Reach your arms up overhead. Good. When we get here, we're going to interlace the hands over the head, turn the palms up toward the sky, and go ahead and press the palms up as you try to relax the shoulders a little down. So from here, we're going to do a little standing back bend. So same idea as camel. This time we're just on our feet. Hips press a little forward, heart lifts up. We start to lean a little back, right? We don't have to go super far. Good. And you're going to let your arms heavy back behind you. Now, depending on how your shoulders are feeling, they might not go too far, but that's okay. You're going to go as far back with the arms as is comfortable, and then release the grip, but keep reaching them back. And then turn the hands to face each other. We're going to interlace into a fist behind the back. Lengthen those knuckles down as you lift the heart. And then come on back up. Good. We're going to bring our arms down by our side. Go ahead and take a little roll of the shoulders. Standing in that mountain pose, so just where we started today, right? Maybe noticing if there's a difference in the body, in the mind. Awesome. All right, let's bring our hands to heart center. Taking a bow of our chin. Feeling gratitude this morning for the fullness of our breath and for the good health of our bodies that allowed us to practice yoga. Remembering not everyone is as fortunate as we are. Thank you for joining me and allowing me to guide you through your practice. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.